Hello, everyone. I am just so excited right now. I just had to tell everyone what's going on. So, this is my old beater pickup truck, and it's a 1993 Mazda B2200. And I have been driving this truck since it was about 2 years old. And anyway, I have been, through the years maintaining it. I mean, it's not in the best condition, um, but it runs, and the body is not in good condition either. But um, I had a major stress over the past week with this vehicle because my smog was due, and I took it in for an oil change the day that I was having the smog done. I usually get nervous when it's time to get it smogged every 2 years. When I took it in for the oil change, they told me that I had a severe engine leak and a severe transmission leak. And I already knew that the engine leaks oil because I just usually check the oil regularly and add oil as needed. And however, I did not know that I had a transmission leak, so I took it to a transmission shop. And good news there, he told me that I did not have a transmission leak, but I did have a oil leak coming from the engine. So this mechanic told me that uh, the mechanic next door to him, who works on engines, could take a look at it for me. And I had really bad news from that second mechanic that my truck was smoking from the exhaust and my engine was worn out. Instead of repairing all of those leaks, um, I'm better off just replacing the engine, and it was going to cost $4,200. And that just created so much stress. And I thought, no, I picked up my truck and I just decided to get a second opinion from a mechanic. And by the way, it wasn't smoking before I dropped it off at the mechanic. It was smoking when I picked it up from the mechanic. But that's okay. I have had problems with smoke coming from my tailpipe in the past, but usually after driving, 1 or 2 miles, the smoke will run clear. But anyway, as I drove it off of the lot, it was smoking heavily from the tailpipe. And I thought, well, my regular mechanic is right across the street. I just want him to see what it's doing so that when I do come in, he'll know what's going on. So I drove it directly to my regular mechanic, and he just told me, yes, the first mechanic's opinion is right. I I do need a new engine, and it could cost around $5,000. So I was completely stressed out, and he told me, a repair like that, he said, I wouldn't want you to pay that kind of money. You're probably going to be better off selling the truck. It's worth it's worth a lot less than the cost of the repair, and he wouldn't recommend replacing the engine. So I was very stressed out. And I was coming to realize, okay, I have to sell my truck, even though I don't want to sell it. maybe it's time. And a friend of mine told me also, hey, it just passed smog. Now is the time to sell it. Anyway, I went to go pick up a for sale sign. And when I was buying the for sale sign, the cashier asked me what I was selling. And I told him, and I said, unless you know of a good mechanic. And he told me, yes, I do. And I got a number for a third opinion for a mechanic. And it was out of the area. I had to drive 30 minutes. And I got really good news. It is only going to cost me probably about $500 to repair my engine. And I also got really good news that if I want to do a rebuild on my engine, it's only going to cost about $2,300. And he told me he could have the engine rebuilt, put in a new timing belt, put in a water pump, put in a clutch, all of these extras, and it's only going to cost $2,300. And he said it'll be like new. So I am super excited because I get to keep my truck, and it's only going to cost $2,300 to rebuild my engine and get all of those extra parts. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you get really bad news from mechanics, please get a second opinion, get a third opinion. Start asking around for people if they know a good mechanic who's cheap, because I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. And I've even had a couple of people tell me, oh, when you're a woman, yes, mechanics will take advantage of you. They really will. So I've had this on my speedometer. I have 259,000 miles, almost 260,000 miles. And let me just show you my truck. And this is it. It's an old beater truck. The paint is going on it, but I don't have any major dents. And that's it. I'm so excited about it. I get to keep it. Another thing that's really exciting to me is this mechanic was referring me to someone who does paint jobs. And, for just for about $2,000 more, I can get this thing painted. This clear coat is all gone. But yeah, for $2,000 more, I can get this painted. And for a total of like $4,300, I can have an awesome beater truck that is like new and no car payments. And this thing will go on and on for miles to come for many more years. Talk about saving a lot of money. I mean, it sure beats making car payments. All right, everyone. That's about it. Have a good day.